So warcorpse666 goes on this diatribe about Stalin killing how many millions of people, and then he says that the naysayers say it was tens of thousands and that's so bad and all this other shit. What I'm thinking about is Stalin a level 99 warlock? Did he single-handedly kill tens of thousands or a million and some people? Because that's the way they're wording it, as though Stalin himself killed this many people, all by himself, like he's a Dragon Ball Z character or something. You could argue that the politics of Stalinism killed that many people, but it required more participation than just Stalin's commands. It required the cooperation of society in general. You know, like modern society, that wages imperialist wars on brown people and kills innocent women and children. But you're not going to talk about that, are you, warcorpse666? So, what we get back to is, Stalinism, and the only reason why I even knew of this video was because Grits liked it, and that's just a Trotskyite liberal Democrat reactionary for you. You know, he's all over giving handjobs to warcorpse666, talking bad about Che Guevara, talking bad about Joseph Stalin, but oh, he's a socialist. He's for the revolution, man. But meanwhile, he steps all over communists who work fucking hard, who work their asses off to give back to the proletariat. Oh, but he's the real deal. He's the real communist. It's me and Maoist Rebel who are the red fascists. He's a fucking joke. And so is warcorpse666. And I just want to tell you what I think of Stalinism, because I personally don't agree with Stalinism, but not for the reasons that most people give. Stalinism is pretty damn close to National Socialism. That's why National Bolsheviks have made Stalin their personal idol, because Stalinism is in essence hyper-nationalism. It is this idea of socialism in one country that to secure the revolution, you have to worry about your homeland first and foremost. You can help other nations, you can, try to help them along in the revolution themselves, but first and foremost, you gotta make sure there is no counter-revolutionaries in your own homeland, and it is up to other countries to do the same. And then from there, you work on to global socialism, and then communism, etc. I don't agree with that strategy. I don't agree that that works, because all hypernationalism leads to is desperation. Desperation to preserve the homeland at the expense of everybody else. And capitalists are going to exploit that. Just like they exploit racism, just like they exploit religion, just like they exploit sexism, they're going to exploit hypernationalism. They've done it before. And that's essentially the problem with Stalinism. But I do not necessarily think Stalinism is morally bad. It is just strategically bad. And, quite frankly, I see a growing trend of Stalin-sympathetic people in the Western world. Whether it be in Canada, or the US, or whatever, they're sick and fucking tired of corporations just raping the common man, and they're going to resort, or at least want to resort, to Stalinism. Now, do I think that this is a substantial revolution? Do I think this is a means to secure the proletariat and to secure a revolution from future exploitation? No. But that's what we have to work with right now. That is what the people seem to want. The people, at least the remotely revolutionary people, seem to want Stalinism. That is the best we have to work with at the moment. And I am willing to compromise and say, okay, I know it's a failed policy, but it's better than what we have now. And maybe once we get our foot in the door of Stalinism, we can work toward global communism. Would I necessarily say Lenin's vanguardism? Would I necessarily say, Castroism and guerrilla warfare? No. But we need to have this discussion. And the only way we can have this discussion is by letting communism, in whatever form it takes on, infect the political structure. And, that's my personal belief. I have a lot of heavy disagreements with Stalinists, National Bolsheviks, people in general that cling to hyper-nationalism over the political and economic structures of Marxism. But, if that's the way people want to go, then so be it. Anything to get rid of the fucking moderators. So, I guess that's really all I have to say, is that warcorpse666 doesn't always talk about, never has, never will, and to be very suspicious of anyone that would condemn the actions of any communist revolutionary, whether it be Stalin, or Che Guevara, or Castro, or Vladimir Lenin, or anybody. Grits is not a fucking revolutionary. All the liberal Democrats and other, pseudo-leftist armchair liberals are not fucking revolutionaries. They are not going to do a damn thing. And they can talk about all day long about how so-and-so killed this many people, and that other person killed that many people. But at the end of the day, they don't care about you. They don't care about the situation you're in. And if a revolution did come, they would be first in line to try to reverse it. They are the counter-revolutionary element. They are the kind of person that made Stalin paranoid. And he had a good reason to be paranoid, given their personality. So, that's really all I have to say.